Good morning, everyone. Before I start anything, I'd like to apologize in advance that speaking in English is not my strength, as you can possibly hear. My English-speaking colleagues have abandoned me, so you will be stuck with me for the longest 15 minutes of your life. I'm so sorry. But anyway, I will get started. My name is Nobuhiko Matsumoto, Director of Assentia Holdings Incorporated. I'm Japanese, and we are a Japanese company. First of all, I am proud of Japan as an island country like Madagascar. We, Japan and Madagascar, have maintained a unique culture and nations that are originating from islands. Countries in the African continent have land border, but they are not drowned. Also, many African borders are not defined by the African people, but are sadly drawn by Western countries on their own. We, island nation country, however, have clear border, namely our coastline. Our borders are not set by anyone, but were created tens of thousands of years ago in the long history of the Earth. There are only a few countries in the world whose borders are made up of coastline alone. We are very lucky. Today, as a fellow island nation, I hope to provide you with important and valuable information that will be useful to you. The key to knowledge first, and franchise, and about specific Japanese franchise. I will talk about the following. Please do not hesitate to contact me. Today, I'd like to share with you that what we have learned. We have succeeded in creating 8,000 stores in Japan over the past 30 years by doing just. And in the last 12 years between pandemic, I have done so in 21 countries. What is this? Is knowledge. We have built 8,000 stores in Japan alone, but it is not money that we have spent, it is knowledge. We built stores in 21 countries using only knowledge. Today, the world is moving based on knowledge. Some people describe it as a knowledge society. In the world of capitalism not long ago, people and goods gathered around capital or money. Now, people, goods, and money are gathering around knowledge. You have noticed this, haven't you? Knowledge is the most important thing in this world. Example this. You want to pay 1,000 US dollar for a mobile phone with an Apple logo. You can pay 1,000 US dollar for iPhone when a phone with the same specs costs 500 US dollar. Why? You are paying for knowledge. In the business world, it is striking. The IT business is all about knowledge as a commodity. The same is true in the financial business. Knowledge is a product. Another industry, I belong to is franchising, an industry where business knowledge is a commodity. If you run a hamburger store, for example, you have to know what kind of menu, what kind of ingredients, how to buy them, how to process them, how to cook them, how to price, what kind of the signage, what kind of name of the store, how will the employee be uniformed, how will they be trained, how customer happy on an ongoing basis. All of this is a knowledge you need to run a successful business. Franchising is a way to package and provide that knowledge. In the 21st century, the critical difference in business success is knowledge, industrialization of business, or in other words, having the know-how of franchising or not. And do you have that knowledge or not? It is in the 20th century, it was whether you had the money. Now, it is whether you have the knowledge or not, and the money. The organization of this event, KAKEHASHI Madagascar, is indeed a young person with experience in learning knowledge in Japan. Back in 2013, as Japan's way of responding to China's accelerated expansion into Africa, we created the Abe Initiative, a program to provide knowledge to African youth. It was the brainchild of Abe, a former Japanese prime minister who was recently assassinated. Today, what is a franchise? Franchising is a commercial affiliation formula that allows businessmen, women, entrepreneurs, and others who have interest to explore business to use the intellectual property and brand of others or a specific company to market and distribute the product and service. Buying someone's business idea. Other specific additional definition from Assentia Holdings opinion. From the context of Assentia Holdings, franchise business involves great strategy for both franchisor and franchisee, franchise headquarter and local company. It also includes complementary management strategy. By the way, how much do you know about the franchise business? Some well-known international franchise brands are McDonald's, KFC, Starbucks, Hilton, and Coca-Cola. They are all USA-started franchise. They operate under the same brand image. Restaurant, hotels, food production, education, and although the franchise differ by genre. The major common denominators is providing a successful business format, target training for management and employees, ongoing management consulting, know-how sharing with the chain, and more. Let's look at this from another way. If you are consider starting a new business, what would you prefer? A restaurant, a cafe, a laundry? What would you consider customer target group, menu, or materials, cooking method, strategy, pricing, signage, or staff training, etc. The franchise system is structured and designed such that all of this know-how, process, and knowledge is obtained from the franchise headquarters. Usually, you have to think of these things on your own. You must either think of them yourself or consult with a respective expert to decide. Do you have enough brains and great contacts? In fact, a franchise is a way of buying time to do these tasks yourself through trial and error. And if you are interested in franchising, there are two main ways to get involved in franchising. One is to buy a franchise, become a franchisee. The other is franchise your own business. This means becoming a franchisor. If anyone is interested in becoming a franchisor, please contact me later. This time I'm talking about franchising from Japan. I believe that there are various possibilities for successful franchise in Japan. Being in an island country, not being in the West, economic growth over the past 150 years, I think there are many possibilities for successful Japanese franchise. This means that Japan may already be experiencing social change that will occur in your countries in the future. The kind of product and services were demanded by consumers, and what kind of business grew during the changes. This information is in Japan's past history. Franchising a Japanese business to your country means buying time and using a time machine. How to take advantage of the Japanese franchise? One for the citizen of Madagascar. One as a business for tourists. First, for Madagascar student. When we have experience in franchise business in ASEAN countries such as Indonesia and the Philippines for the past 10 years, these businesses have grown as a middle class was created. Ramen and gyoza, yakitori, yakiniku, beef bowl, etc. In other genres, agriculture support, education for kids, and power generation businesses. And business for tourists is very important. Example, vegan ramen or new style hamburger shop, etc. There is a many opportunity for you. We can franchise anything. We believe that any business, industry, or culture can be franchised. Here is an example. Tokyo 8 picture above right is an agriculture support franchise. Miss Enora will talk about it in detail in her next speech. What do you need to help Madagascar grow? Just tell us and we will try to negotiate with various companies and institutions to franchise whatever we can. A franchise can bring job opportunity, vocational education, improved livelihood, and revenue to the local community. In the last conclusion, if today's my talk has sparked your interest in how to do business using knowledge, I will be happy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.